10 Chinese nationals aiming to sail from Malaysia to New Zealand to seek asylum have decided they want to stay in Australia. The asylum seekers have spent days camped out in a Darwin ferry terminal, deciding whether to risk their lives on the high seas or go into detention in Australia.
Immigration officials picked up the asylum seekers early in the morning and took them here, away from prying eyes. And about 8 hours later, they left.
A short time ago, the 10 asylum seekers became asylum seekers, indicated that they wished to claim asylum in Australia.
The Chinese nationals spent 27 days on their yacht trying to get to New Zealand. They ran out of fuel and supplies near Darwin and since Thursday have been camping at a local ferry terminal. They wanted to avoid indefinite detention, but that's where they've ended up.
They won't be taken to Christmas Island. The process will begin in Darwin and then obviously we will talk to them about where they can best be accommodated across our network.
All sides agree continuing the voyage would have ended in disaster. The Greens say it shows the flaws in Australia's immigration system.
This really highlights how unjust, impractical and inhumane our system of indefinite mandatory detention is.
But the government says offshore processing will mean less refugees attempt dangerous boat journeys.
And that's why we're pursuing legislation to do so, and I hope that that legislation passes.
New Zealand's government appears content with the outcome.
If they turn up here without going through the proper refugee process, then certainly trying to jump the queue on other refugees.
And the man who answered the Mayday says it's absurd governments were even considering allowing the ill-equipped group back on the ocean.
They were in a pretty nasty position when I found them, and sending them back to sea is really not an option from a humanitarian viewpoint.
For now, the Chinese nationals face an uncertain future as they begin being processed within Australia's immigration system. Iskandar Razak, ABC News, Darwin.